Hello, 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 all of you beautiful nerds from around the world, and welcome to the morning stream here on the Den of Nerds Live, the very best way to start your nerdy day. On today's show, talking about Venom, baby. In the quarantine, I have watched Venom 1 once again. I actually really like it, so I want to go over what I like about the film, what I don't like about the film, just kind of gush about Venom. We're also going to go into the theater. I have some hilarious memes that I want to show you guys, and I'll explain the deal behind that as well. And we're also going to watch a really cool video together, and we will, of course, save some time for Q&A. How's everybody doing? How you guys doing, man? Everybody making it? Everybody getting rid of the stir crazy? Full joke yesterday. Yeah, there was an April Fool's video on the channel yesterday. I had a lot of fun with that video. What did you guys get April Fooled yesterday? Was there anything that got you yesterday? Let me know. Let me know. I had fun, man. I love those April Fool's videos. I think the one we did last year, the thing I love doing about the videos with the April Fools is I love doing them, taking them 100% serious. Yo, Tara's in the building. What's up, Tara? I love doing them and then like selling them hard and then getting to a Kevin Feige quote and start doing a Kevin Feige quote and then like just let it go off the rails. Like I think the one last year was like April Fool's or confirmed something. I think it was like a nihilist was the villain or something. And I did a Kevin Feige quote again, and I'm like into it. I'm getting into it. And then I was literally like, fuck it. I'll tell you everything. And then talked about, the ridiculous scoop or whatever. So keep an eye out. I will always have a lot of fun and do really fun things on the April Fool's videos. And you will always get to a point in the video, probably, where I do a quote from somebody, and it starts out like a normal quote, and then it just gets off the rails. You know what I mean? Yeah, as Avengers as a nihilist. I think so, too. I think that's what we did last year as well. No jokes, just having to stay home for a month from work. Yeah. Guys, I don't have to tell you this. This is fucking craziest shit ever, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, human beings are really adaptable. So it's weird how fast I feel like we're acclimating to it, but it's still like the craziest fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. No April Fools, but for whatever reason, Marvel is in denial and keeps releasing videos about new comics that will be on the shelves Wednesday. Come on, Marvel. Yeah, it's super weird. Trinity, are they doing digital? Are they just going to digital? How's that work? If you could just let me know. If that's a complicated question, I apologize. A couple of things I want to say before we get into talking about Venom, guys. A couple of show notes, okay? A couple of show notes. First of all, you're going to want to get your teams together. I hope you're getting your teams together, okay? Teams of at least 3, hopefully 4. We are looking to probably at a 3-week time period is when we will start this trivia contest. It's just a lot that's going into it. But I would start to get your teams of 4 together. There's a new channel in the Discord for people that want to try to meet up and find other people like-minded and get your teams together. So I definitely want you guys to be doing that. Start figuring that out, okay? We might start reaching out to people and just putting the teams together because we might not even need to do an entry quiz. We might just pick 16 teams or 12 teams or whatever of people that want to participate, and we might just go with the most hardcore among our base and then just go from there. So I would recommend doing that. Also, this Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time is the community stream. The community stream all about what directors we would want in the MCU. By the way, I'm going to throw a curveball at you. If you're watching this live, you're watching this on the replay, I'm willing to do dead or alive directors. But I want, like, I feel like one of the joys of this is being very creative with it. So I'm a huge Stanley Kubrick fan, right? And I'm trying to think in my head, if Kubrick was around, what type of Marvel movie would I want Kubrick to do? So feel free to have a lot of fun with that stuff, guys. But that will be this Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Also, another thing for those of you that are the hardcore watchers of live streams. Look, I don't have to tell you guys this, but YouTube is really ridiculous with live streams right now. They're really hurting live streams, okay? So starting next week, we're going to be doing some stuff to try to get around that and to amplify the show, to make the show more engaging, more entertaining, but also to spread it out there more. I'm going to be starting to utilize the Facebook group again for the show. And there are these awesome Marvel groups out there, okay? These Facebook groups that have a ton of different Marvel fans in them, okay? And what I'm going to need, I need help from you guys. If you guys are on Facebook, it would really, really help us out if you were to take that link that we're going to share out on Facebook, the stream itself, and share it in to some big Facebook groups, some big Marvel Facebook groups. If you are confused about that, if you want to know how to help out, if you don't know what groups to share into, we can organize that all on Discord, okay? So that's all the show notes. I know it's a lot to throw at you guys, but if you want to help us out, get a hold of me. Oh, my God. You're absolutely right, Will Morgan. He should have done Eternals. That would have been fantastic. Fantastic. So, yeah, if you guys could, if you want to help us out with breaking through this YouTube bullshit that's going on right now, hit us up on Discord, and we will figure out a way. We'll coordinate this. You know what I mean? We're going to use, you know how the Schmodown has the Action Army? Well, we've obviously got a very hardcore group of people here that love the Den of Nerds and want to help us out. So we're going to give you guys some homework and try to get you to help us out a little bit to break through this YouTube bullshit. I think it will go back to normal. I do. But for now, it is rough out there. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, if you can help us out with that, if you want to help us out with that, please get us at Discord. We're gonna get fucking organized, guys. We're going to get organized. And I want to take the show to the next level. I've been thinking a lot about, I took yesterday off. I do apologize about that. But I spent a lot of time yesterday strategizing, thinking, emailing, talking to a lot of different people. And I want to go at it, man. I want this show to be really successful. Earlier in the year, we were on a very good trajectory. You know what I mean? Like, we were on a great trajectory, man. Numbers were up, like the show was getting pushed out into browser. People were having a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of interesting bits. I want the stream to be taken to the next level. I'm just going to need a little bit of help from you guys to try to break through. Okay? So we'll figure it out together. By the way, please let me take a sip of this organic Taylor Lane coffee, official coffee of the morning streams. By the way, I'm about to re-up on my Taylor Lane. I'm going to hit them up. I'm going to make a big purchase, and I'm going to use the code NERDS10 to get 10% off of my code. If you're looking for some coffee to get delivered to your house, really good coffee. It does support the channel, supports our relationship with Taylor Lane. If you would like to do that, I would consider going to get your Taylor Lane coffee today. Mother of God, it's good. It's good. I wouldn't lie to you. I tried it before I plugged it. It's fucking good. Woo! Baby, I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of Venom. First of all, as I get into this, I would love to know what you all thought of Venom. Okay? So, what did you guys think of Venom? Because, I was just kind of getting into my thoughts, but I definitely want to take a look at an eye in the chat. Definitely want to know what you guys are thinking about Venom. I will share the link in a group I helped create on Monterey of Just Us League Geeks. We're a pretty large group. Top dogs on Facebook noticed and messaged us. Dude, Wayne, that would be fantastic, brother. That would be fantastic. That's exactly the kind of stuff that we'll need. Is we're going to need help like that, spreading the word out there and breaking through this bullshit. But I like it. Tara says, I liked it. My kids loved it. Awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's good to hear. I think this is a dark roast of theirs. I think I have the can upstairs. So I'm not going to go get it, but I had two. I had a French roast and a dark roast, and they were both just fantastic. Oh, yes, and if you could smash the like button, it would certainly help us out. Jason says it was okay at best. If Tom Hardy wasn't in the lead, it would have been trash, but with him, it was okay. Yeah, okay, so let me just tell you my thoughts, okay? So, good morning, Russell. What's going on, brother? So, when I was following the lead up to Venom, I don't know, man. I was always interested. I obviously really like Venom as a character. I like Tom Hardy a lot as an actor. And it was very interesting to see that Sony was going to do this without Spider-Man. Now, I got to be honest with you. I was in denial of no Spider-Man in the movie. My nerdy brain just couldn't figure it out. I was like, how the hell are they going to do Venom without Spider-Man? And this is, of course, and I don't have to tell you guys this, but we'll talk about it a little bit. This is, of course, because in the comic books, the symbiote or symbiote, if they remember when they had the early trailers when they all said symbiote, if you actually, we were on Xbox Live, and if you look at the trailer on Xbox Live, it's still the original trailer where they say symbiote. Whatever. But the symbiote bonds with Peter Parker, and it gets some of his abilities. His super Spider-Man abilities sort of get imbued onto the Venom symbiote. So then when it goes on to Brock has very similar Spider-Man powers. And I was like, how are they going to do Venom without Spider-Man? Okay, and right up to the film, I was in denial. I was in denial that they could have done that and that they could have pulled it off. There were a couple other things that made me quite skeptical of Venom going towards it. One of them was Tom Hardy said in some like early interviews, or actually they were late in the game. They were pretty close to release. He said that the influence for him to do Venom, because he did the voice of Venom, and he did obviously the voice of Eddie Brock. No worries, Maverick. No worries. Take care of what you gotta take care of, brother. He said something to the effect of, "My influence or inspiration for this is Ren and Stimpy." I was like, "What? Ren and Stimpy?" And I got really worried. However, I checked it out in theaters with a lot of buddies, and I got to tell you, right away, I really was drawn in. I was really drawn in. The opening sequence, which is really like a big sort of panning shot of the galaxy, and it's got some really crazy synth. I got vibes of Alien 1, like hardcore vibes of Alien 1, right? And so you're panning across the stars, and there's this synth and then just this crazy, like, like very alien-esque. And then you have the shuttle coming in and that whole sequence at the beginning. It has vibes of like a horror movie, at the beginning. And I was drawn in right away. But also, obviously, the motif and like the mise en scène, how many times, by the way, if you've been watching me for 6 months or more, how many times have I said mise en scène? You know what I mean? I probably say that shit all the time. Have I ever explained to you guys what that means? It's a phrase. It's a French phrase from a French school of thought when it comes to cinema. And it roughly translates to the mood of the scene. It is created by the performance of the actors, the lighting, the lenses, everything. In the video yesterday, we were talking about Zack Snyder, right? We're talking about how Zack has a very particular aesthetic with his films, created by a lot of different things. Some slow motion stuff, right? The way he does action he has a very specific kind of vibe with that. The color palette that he uses is usually very desaturated. I feel like a lot of cool blues in a lot of his stuff. It's a desaturated kind of cool color palette. All of that stuff creates what you would call the mise en scène. Almost as much as you say diegetic. Yeah, these are film school words. You know what I mean? When I was in film school, these are things that were just ingrained in me in my 4, maybe 5. Hey, who's keeping count, right? In my 5, maybe 6 years of film school, who's keeping count? Look at us now, Mom, But that vibe of Venom, I felt like was really cool. It harkened back to the 90s. It felt like a 90s comic book movie to me. Now, there's a lot of stuff in the film that is not perfect. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff that in the movie is just kind of weird. Like, I was talking to a buddy about this yesterday because we were, I was just saying like, oh man, I just rewatched Venom and I really enjoyed it again. But one of the things that doesn't make a lot of sense in the film is the turn from Venom himself, right? When Venom goes, where Venom starts by saying he's going to take over You know, they're going to take over the planet. He's got to do Eddie Brock's like his slave. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. From turning from that all the way to I'm with you, Eddie, and we got to save the world. The turn isn't super believable. And there's some stuff that probably could have been in there that made it make a little bit more sense. You know what I mean? So in that sense, it sort of lacks. I think a lot of the performances are pretty flat. And the pacing of the film is kind of strange. Okay? So I think that like those are all fair criticisms, right? The bad of the film is that the characters are very one-dimensional. You know, like the Carlton Drake character is very one-dimensional. Even Eddie Brock is very one-dimensional. You know what I mean? All of the characters are pretty one-dimensional. The plot itself is pretty simplistic. But I would say the strengths of the film are like the mise-en-scène, the science fiction vibes. But the movie lives and dies with Tom Hardy's performance and really with the character of Eddie Brock and Venom. Their relationship, and this is where like as you watch it and you're like, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking of the Ren and Stimpy shit. I was like, oh my God, I was so wrong about this. Not only does it work, but it's really cool. It adds so much flavor to the movie. Like the fact that they're back and forth. Venom is very funny in the way that he's interrupting what Eddie is doing with different thoughts and things like that. I really, really like it. And also, another strength was the Venom CGI itself. I felt like they nailed it, dude. Venom fighting all of those SWAT officers, that was awesome. And so to me, it really feels almost like it's like a freshman kind of movie. Like there's so much that can be improved in Venom. But if you've never seen Venom, I would highly recommend giving it a shot. If you have seen Venom and you maybe didn't like it as much, I would say give it another shot. But I will say this too: the film must be making a ton of money. We know it made like almost $1 billion. It made like $800 million in theaters, which was like great. I mean, think about this. This was really wild. You know, Far From Home is the biggest Sony movie ever, and I think it was like a 1.1 billy or like 1.2 billy, right? Let's look that up. How much money did Far From Home make? 1.1. Okay, so think about this. This movie only made about 300 million more than Venom. Do you know what I mean? And that's an MCU Spider-Man movie, okay? And I don't know exactly why that is. It could be just a testament to how popular the Venom character is, but man, Venom made a ton of money. And even today on streaming, you can't rent it. You have to buy it. Now, it's only like $14 or something like that, but like still, that's a supply-demand thing, right? So like for it to be still only available for purchase, it just what that means is it's still one of the most purchased, viewed movies on streaming. So it's kind of wild. And of course, like all of this just got me more hyped for Venom 2. Because Venom 2 is going to be probably twice as good as Venom 1. Like twice as good. They're probably learning a lot about, the process. They've got Andy Serkis now working on the film and going to help them with the motion capture. You've got Woody Harrelson as Carnage. And I assume Woody Harrelson's going to play both Carnage and Cletus Cassidy. And that's going to be fan-freaking-tastic. You know what I mean? They got another great actor to do that. Tom Hardy's going to be even better, even more comfortable in the role. You know? A lot of the stuff that we had to get through to get to Venom is already behind us. So now we can just come in and have a lot of fun in Venom 2. Do you know what I mean? So, man, just wanted to kind of geek out about Venom, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can stream it on Stars if you have a subscription. That is true, Fanjecture. That is true. I did see that. And you know what else, too? And I'll talk about this briefly, but I am working on a script right now. that is all about how I think Null could be the Thanos of the Sony Marvel universe. Particularly with the way they established the symbiotes and what we know about them in Venom 1. I do agree that Riot should have been a different color. But I think that Null could be the Thanos for their universe that they keep that they could be building towards. Which is fantastic. Because Null, he's a bad mother. Illuminati video? Brother, I got such good news for you, Ray Hall. The Illuminati video is coming out today. If I can find where I put the script. I wish I had it. I was going to show you the script. The Illuminati video is coming today. Damn it. Oh, here it is. I'll show you the script. How many pages is this? Chet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-page script. 6-page script. I worked on this yesterday. I had a blast writing this script. And I'm going to be very excited to record and edit today on this too. I'm very, very excited about this one, man. Oh, yeah. Woo! I know. I do my scripts on paper, baby. I do my scripts on paper. I don't know. I can't do them typed. It's gotta be tactile for me. I gotta write it out. So cool, man. So cool. And you know what else? I was looking at my, this was a Christmas gift from Santa Claus for Josh. This Marvel Encyclopedia. New edition. 2020. Probably 2019, honestly. But, guys, this book's an absolute blast. And, of course, I looked at the Illuminati portion of this book. Yeah, thanks, Santa. Hey, Santa, thanks, brother. Yo, you all right, Santa? You all right with me? Man. Whew. This thing's sweet, man. This thing is sweet. Side note, just because we're kind of off the reservation a little bit before we get into the theater, I'll tell you this too. I reached out to my old publisher, and I'm coming back to the comics game, baby. I'm coming back to the comics game, and I might even. I don't know how much I should say. But I'm coming back to the comics game, baby. Your boy's making indie comics again. And man, I'm excited. And man, I am excited. Yep. Has the theater been sterilized? Of course it has, Jacob. Of course it has. Yo, thanks, Wayne White. I appreciate it, brother. Comicsgate too. You know what's funny? So I did have man, I don't know how much I should say about this. Comicsgate came up in my conversation with the publisher. That's all I'll say. Look, I love these guys, man. I love these guys. My old publisher, now he's a CEO. Man, he's just a great dude, man. He's a great dude. And I've got a really cool pitch. I was working on this pitch yesterday too. I've got a cool pitch for the story I want to do, man. You guys know I love my super soldiers. Well, I've got a little super soldier story that I'm brewing up. And I'm very excited to get to work on that. So, let's step into the theater, folks. Let's step into the theater. Everybody get ready. Get your cell phones away. Get your popcorn. Get your sanitizer. We're going into the theater, boys and girls. And I gotta do something. Gotta do a thing real quick. Okay. So first, there's a couple of things I want to show you guys. So I'm going to show you guys some funny memes, some really funny stuff, and then we're going to watch this very hilarious video. And I haven't even watched the whole thing yet, but someone told me about this video, and I watched a little bit of it. It's hilarious. I want to watch it with you guys, okay? But I don't know if you knew this or not, but there was a crossover yesterday for April Fools with the prequel memes subreddit and history memes, okay? History memes and prequel memes did a crossover together. And it's literally some of the funniest stuff. And I picked out a few of my favorites. And I just want to show you guys this, okay? So we'll react. We'll kind of react to this stuff. Let me see. This one's tricky. This one I had trouble with. Hopefully I can get it to play here. Okay. So this says, rare footage of U.S. troops over the skies of Hiroshima as the bombs are dropped. Now, can you guys hear the music? Making my way downtown. Do you hear that? Can you hear that? Yeah, I mean, this is just, I don't know. This is like, this was amazing. I thought, I thought this was amazing. I was like, damn, dude, this is awesome. This is hilarious. Yep, nice. Okay. So we'll get rid of that one. Here, let me just take it through. I'll take it through just a few of the other ones that I really enjoyed. Oh God, it's doing this again. Hang on. I gotta pause this thing. Why does it do this all the time? Okay, put that over there. All right, check this out. This. Oh my God! Please direct all oversensitivity and butthurtness to Ken Cologne on our social media. If any of this stuff offends you, of course. Japanese censors going through World War II history books. If an item does not appear in our records, then it does not exist. Get it? Do you get it? Oh, that one's great. Oh, that one's great. Okay, like this one's pretty good too. This one's pretty brutal. Japanese pilot runs out of ammo. Also Japanese pilot. Try ramming. That's a good trick. Woo! Oh yeah. We're not done yet, folks. We're not done yet. This one was brilliant. Hello there, General Da Vinci. I mean, come on. Are you not entertained? This one, though. This one made me laugh, like, a lot when I saw it. I didn't actually come here to free slaves. You remember when he said that? Remember when Qui-Gon said that in the movie? And then they did Abraham Lincoln, Obi-Wan. Visible disappointment. I mean, come on. That's perfect, right? Too much? Oh, man, I love a good meme. And when you get a great crossover like that, it's like, oh, my God. You know what I mean? Very, very cool. Very, very cool stuff. All right, so we're not done yet, guys. I want to have, and we're going to get into Q&A in just a second here, but I want to show you this thing. All right, we got to turn this up. Chet, turn that down. Turn the audio up for this.
I pulled you out of school. And a squirrel comes in this house and nobody leaves. Family time. From now until death. Cannot be so dark. We'll play. Let's sing.
Okay, hang on. Let's restart this.
And then you will cut.
So what this is literally called the 10 stages of COVID quarantine featuring Gandalf. Let me know how the audio is.
Great impression of a hot dog.
Audio good?
I pulled you out of school. And a squirrel comes in this house and nobody leaves. Family time. From now until death. Cannot be so dark. We'll play. Let's sing. And then you will cut Grandma's toenails.
what it feels like, guys.
We must buy spaghetti. All the spaghetti. Tell me, Mother, when did Mom and Dad the wise abandon reason for madness?
Getting takeaways.
How much is it, man? It's 1540. But I have to leave it here. Sorry, mate. It's the rules. I will not go outside for any man, nor any vindaloo that comes to my door. That vindaloo will get chilly out here then. I've got to get back. Put the poppadoms through the letterbox. I'll tip you a rich reward. I cannot touch it. Oh, come on. Just poppadoms. Dipped in pickle triangle. Then pickle. £10 tip in exchange for 3 letters.
There's some British stuff going on here, too. I think it's a little over some of our heads.
Why won't you letterbox my toms? Mate, I'm leaving it here. Let's try just it.
Getting supplies. Here we go.
And you're lucky to be here, too. A few more hours and you would have been beyond our end. But you have some strength in you. Sonny Jim.
What happened, Grandad? Why did you send me out there?
I am sorry, Freddo. I needed my crossword.
Oh, no. Negotiating with hoarders.
Into my private supply.
I have been to Tesco, Morrison, and Esther twice. Me and all these elves had a massive curry last night, and our butts are about to come fountain. For sake,
Now butts are about to
I'll
become
take you.
fountains.
you anti-vaxxing flat earther.
I need it all. Enough paper to last the Persian Empire for 1,000 years. It will not part with a single roll.
Call that social distancing. You're close to Grandma now she's fallen down that well.
Just eat us like Uber Eats. Gotcha.
Anything the world would end this way.
And the world doesn't end here. This is just another pathogen. Pathogen that everyone must take. Alice Johnson, the government are doing a brilliant job. Let's sort this virus out. And then you'll see it.
What? Enough. See what?
Wide shelves. Far and beyond.
The white shelves.
Thick, double-ply velvet. And everyone will be chanting, "Bonus, you ruddy legend."
You ruddy legend.
Well, sounds like you're full of shit.
Literally.
Literally. Nice.
And I was like, Gandalf, do you want to come to the pub? And he stood in front of the door and went, yeah.
Nice.
So I said, fine. And we snuck out the back door.
Nice.
It has taken Italy and the Scousers' title. We have barred the gates.
Yo, what up, Mr. Anderson? Welcome, man. You're in the middle of some crazy shit.
The ground shape, the curve. Behind the curve, we're in too deep. We cannot go out. Not even for bingo. We cannot go out.
We cannot go out.
It is coming.
Miss Randier, why the quarantine?
Everyone needs to know. Some people believe that it's only the responsibility of others to hold this pandemic in check. That is not what I have found. I have found it is also the small things, everyday deeds of ordinary folk, that buys time for the NHS to keep the disease at bay.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the Lord of the Rings with lightsabers edition. It's pretty dope.
I quarantine.
Dude, this is such good editing. Like, this is crazy.
The only reason to be afraid is if everyone's not in this together. Look out for one another, as Gandalf would have wanted.
Yeah, gotta look out for one
Please,
another.
drop
Yeah.
a like. Also,
Yeah.
I do a great for Charlie.
Yo. Okay, so that was pretty cool. That was fun.
Ah.
Is this still playing? Jesus. So, yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Of course, let me know what you think about that. And I want to now just shift into some Q&A, folks. So, Chet, get that music rolling back, baby. Get that music rolling back, baby. We got like 20 minutes. What y'all want to talk about, huh? What do y'all want to talk about, huh? Let me know. Yeah. The audio should be gone now, right? Okay, X-Men Disney Plus animated series coming to Disney Plus. I've heard about this. There is... Oh my god, that music is rocking right now. Holy shit, chat. You trying to blow out everyone's ears, bro? Relax. Yeah. Jeez. Chat, goddamn. Okay. So, I've heard about this. The whole thing was that they did animated... you can now have as your avatar on Disney Plus some of the X-Men. Okay? And so a lot of people are like extrapolating a bunch of different things about that. And I get it. I get it. Can you settle a bet between me and my 10-year-old? Is your chair an S Racer? It is an S Racer. It is a S Racer chair. Which is cool. But I don't know if it means anything. Look, if something just popped out, like as far as the news about that, I'm unaware of it. But to my knowledge, no. There's no animated series like that. I would say, if anything, what's going on is it means that, if anything, it just means that maybe some more of the X-Men movies are coming on to Disney Plus. You know? Oh, you won? Beautiful, Yinzer Jim. I'm glad. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course, that would be super cool, right? But I don't know. I think it's probably just the movies themselves. Dakota F., longtime watcher on the replays. First time I've been able to tune into the live stream. Great energy, great content. Great to be a part of it. Smash like. Dakota, thank you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Everybody that's been supporting this show, that's been hanging out, having fun with us in the streams, it means a lot, man. It's weird times. The streams are getting crushed by YouTube right now. But, like, look, man, the show must go on, you know? The show must go on. And like I said, we're taking steps next week where we're going to try to break through this. You know what I mean? We're going to try to break through this. Maybe so browser's not going to be strong. well, okay, let's get as many links out to people as we possibly can. You know what I mean? Let's try to get that going. We'll figure it out. But I appreciate you, Dakota. But I don't know if there's a new animated series or something coming out like that. Wow, what a huge opportunity, though. If they did have something like that and they could drop it now, wow, that would be dope. You know what I mean? Everybody would be on it. It would be great for the show, but I haven't heard anything like that. I tend to think, if anything, we're just getting more of the Fox X-Men stuff on there, which that would be awesome. I'd watch X-Men 1. I'd watch X2. I would completely not watch X3, and I would go to First Class, Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past is so damn good, guys. Days of Future Past is so damn good. And why don't we have Logan? Logan should be on Disney Plus, man. You know what I mean? That would be awesome. So, and the 90s X-Men anime show is already on Disney Plus. It is awesome. Yup, change it up. Logan is rated R. That's true. That's true. It is rated R. Maybe it is too adult, but man, Logan is actually my favorite comic book movie. I think they have to put Logan on there. You know what I mean? They're not putting it on Disney Plus. I don't know. I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying, though. But I say, why not, man? Heading to Hulu? Ugh. That's very true. Stormbreaker said, I recently just rewatched all 3 John Wick movies. Fantastic movies. Right, bro? Love those movies. And now I'm thinking, wouldn't Keanu Reeves be a good Punisher if Marvel does not keep Bernthal? Yeah. You know, he doesn't necessarily have the build of the Frank Castle I would think of from the comics, but I mean, like, he's definitely got the skills. You know what I mean? He's definitely got the skills. That would be cool. Keanu as Ghost Rider has been rumored. Yes, that's true, but it has been rumored by a very unreliable source. You know what I mean? So, hey, look, it is what it is. Everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to hustle. I get the hustle in content. I do. But that's the path to the dark side, man. Just throwing out scoops without having any real shit to it, you know? Like, that comes from, we've got this clickbaited or something stupid like that, you know what I mean? I know you're a fan of Armageddon. Have you heard Ben Affleck's audio commentary, specifically about the conversation with Michael Bay about the film? No, I haven't. That sounds really interesting. That sounds really interesting. I might have to check that out. That sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, look, you know, everything always, Michael Roman, all those guys, like, look, I honestly wish them well, but I also wish that the world, like, just understood. Do you know what I mean? I just really wish that, like, we got it. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, okay. Like, Michael's really smart. It is not on accident that Everything Always and Emergency Awesome are super similar. Like, he literally crafted his channel in a way that people could maybe mistakenly think that they're the same. You know what I mean? Like, he grafted a strategy around that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Oh, Emergency Awesome came first, for sure. But, you know, like, Charlie's, like, the best. I love Charlie's content. But, like, Charlie does his own version of clickbait. Charlie's clickbait is every fucking video he does is either a breakdown, a trailer, or a preview. Every single one. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're cool dudes. Like, look, at some point, you got to ask yourself, like, how much of it is on them and how much of it is on YouTube? And then you got to ask yourself, how much of it is not on YouTube or them? How much of it is on human beings? The fact that human beings click what they click. You know what I mean? So I don't really like to judge too harshly, but at the same time, I'm not going to mince words about it. Like, everybody's playing the game. You know? You have to have unique content or else people won't tune in. Yeah, no, I agree. You know, it's so interesting. Like, this is something we've been talking a lot about. Charlie jumps around for sure. Look, Inspector Gadget, let me be clear about something. I really respect Charlie, and I think he's probably the best in our space. Him and Eric Voss are probably the best in our space. Like, much love for Charlie. Killing the game. Been watching that dude for like 6 years. You know what I mean? Love what Charlie does. But he does his own version of clickbait. And by the way, have you ever tried to type clickbait into his comments? It's not going to show up. You know what I mean? Dude, I think Calty's one of the best in the game. Calty and I were supposed to do a collaboration, and I should probably reach back out to him and get that figured out. But yeah, Calty's great, man. Calty is great. There's an audience out there for them, and that's what they keep doing. If they, yeah. No love for Comic Book Cast. I mean, I think Arnhem is good. They're just their volume. The volume they pump out is it's tough for me to get around, and I mean, look, I respect what Comic Book Cast 2 does. I don't find a lot of value personally in their content, to be honest with you. Oh, thanks, Russell. I appreciate that, bro. How about them Knights of Ren, huh? What do you mean? What you mean? What you mean? Why you coach him and not me? Why you coach him and not me? Eric Voss totally stole my shit one day, the day after the Black Widow trailer. I saw you talk about that before, Trinity. And look, it's possible, but like, there's also this thing in just, it's the reality of things where sometimes ideas like happen at once. Like, there's a reason that comic book companies will often not look at unsolicited pitches of like creator-owned properties, okay? And one of the reasons they do that is because, like, let's say you give a book to Marvel, and the book is like Freddy the 8-fingered lizard cyborg, okay? And then you pitch it to them, and then like 6 months later, an 8-fingered lizard cyborg book comes out, then you could sue Marvel. But the problem is, it's very possible that Marvel just was doing that already. And so, like, ideas just kind of happen, right? They're kind of like viruses in that way, where they just kind of happen. And so, you know, I know you're just clowning. You know, it was obvious from the trailer. I get you. But, oh, how'd you know? That's the pitch, man. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? It's like ideas kind of happen. They happen sometimes around the world at the same time. One of the craziest things about, like, if you ever read any like Sam Keane or Joseph Campbell, yeah, if you guys could smash that like button, man, that would be dope. But if you've ever read any of their stuff, one of the things they talk about that's really interesting phenomenon is that a bunch of cultures that were seemingly isolated from each other all have very similar stories, numbers, things. You know, why does the number 12 constantly show up? Why does the number 7 constantly show up? Why is the idea of a prodigy that puts together, like, have you ever seen the parallels between Buddha and Christ? And what's the Egyptian version? There's an Egyptian version as well. It's like all these cultures have very similar stories. And what's the dealio? Well, ideas were happening around the world kind of almost in like a hive mind kind of way, even though they had no connective. They weren't really talking to each other. You know what I mean? It's pretty interesting stuff. So ideas work like that. You know what I mean? Tony gave his life for you, Jagoffs. Respect him. Kind of culty, Den of Nerds, and a new Rockstars crossover would be awesome. I think it'll happen, man. And by the way, we're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? I think about some of, like, what does this year look like? And then as we move forward, obviously, the game plan is stay the course, persist, you know, take this time to sort of double down on some things, try some interesting stuff, really focus on community. And then, like, once we get to the end of this year, maybe going into next year, comic book stuff, Marvel stuff, Star Wars stuff, it's like pop culture's coming back in a big fucking way. And we're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? We will make it through this. And at the other end of this, I truly believe the Den of Nerds will be a brand that stands above a lot of other brands out there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I totally see an Eric Voss. I see Eric, myself, maybe even Calty, all at a panel at a Comic-Con someday. Do you know what I mean? Where we're talking about pop culture. You know what I mean? Just hanging out, talking about pop culture, making content together about the journey that we took on this, you know? More theory or what if videos would be great. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm working on them, brother. The only problem with I mean, it's not a problem per se, but it just takes time to do those videos. You know what I mean? And I'm very happy with what's going on. Oh, we're working on the website. That's why I took yesterday off of the show. I was working on a lot of stuff yesterday, and I'm working on a lot of stuff today too. Want to get the website up, man. I want the website up by Saturday. I want the website up, back, and running by Saturday. I'm not going to say it's perfect. I won't say it's what it will eventually be, but I want it up by Saturday because when we do, because we're doing the community stream and then we're going right into a Patreon stream, right? So hope you guys are down for some streaming on Saturday because we're going right from a community stream into a Patreon stream where we're going to be talking about what we want to do. How are we building the trivia thing? What are we doing? What will be on the website? Your article, op-ed pieces, editorial pieces, a lot of articles written by different fans. I'm going to write a lot of stuff on there. We'll talk about a whole bunch of different things on the website. You know what I mean? Video games, anime, what ifs, you know, user submitted stuff. Yeah. Nothing but Conan stories. By Captain Pennsylvania. That's all he's going to write is Conan stories. That's cool. I don't really know much about Rogue Theory. I'll have to check them out. So that's something that we're looking into, Bernadette, is how are we going to... We'll probably just have people submit articles to us, and then we will publish them on the site with the people's information. But it's a really interesting opportunity where, like, the whole idea is, like, at this point, it's for fans, by fans, right? We're really trying to dive into that. Eventually, we want to get to the point where the website is monetized, and we're literally splitting revenue with the people that write the articles. But before even that happens... Basically, what I think the best opportunity is for people to start getting their name out there, write a really interesting article, and I guarantee you this, a lot of the Den of Nerds family is going to read it, and they'll be like, yo, that was fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, what if, like, Russell writes a really interesting article, man? Or what if that Conan article that Captain Pennsylvania is working on is brilliant? You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, man, you're getting a lot of hits on that article, Captain Pennsylvania, like, you should probably do another one. And, like, my whole thing has always been, like look, leveraging and community and working together. I mean, like, I have no problem. Like, if, like, let's say Adrian starts, or, sorry, Captain Pennsylvania, and I definitely don't know who is, what his real name is. But what if, like, spinning out of that, he formulated his own vlog or his own Tumblr or his own website? That would be dope. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be butthurt about that. I would be like, that's freaking awesome. That's awesome. You know what I mean? Secret identity out the window. I don't know much about Rogue Theory. I'll look them up, though. I'll look them up. I'll check it out. Nice. Edit and proof. Nice. Yeah. That would be awesome. No, I'd be really interested in it, man. Like, look. I know people got opinions, man. That's one of the things, like fan opinions, op-ed pieces, and all that. It's like that's awesome stuff. Oh, it's a show on New Rockstars. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I can't write, but I've got great content on why he's better than Wolvie. All right, brother. Well, that would be cool. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem. Like, maybe I'll reach out to him or something. You know what I mean? Aw, shit. Thanks, bro. Aw, shit. Yeah, I'm actually going to reread Dark Avengers, too. I'm going to reread that. Get some old school comic stuff going on, man. You know what is a real blind spot for me in comics, and I need to research and figure out a little bit more, is the Kree Skrull War. Wasn't that shit like, as far in comics, like, wasn't that like 80s? Wasn't that like mid 80s or early 80s? Because I have like zero memory of the Kree Skrull War. I know Illuminati spins out of the Kree Skrull War, but you've been reading through the Dark Reign stuff? That's dope, man. That's dope. Ooh. Where did I go to film school? I went to film school at a school called Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania, which actually is, or at least was, a very acclaimed art school. I worked with some brilliant art professors. One of my animation professors worked with Walt Disney, and there were these people that he had called the 9 Wise Men, which were like the top animators for Walt in that time period. And I worked directly under a guy that was like one of the direct protege of one of the 9 Wise Men. Brilliant dude. California dude, though, so a little bit floaty. No offense, California people, but you're all a little floaty. But a brilliant guy. Brilliant guy. And, you know, it's so funny. My baseline knowledge of Up by Erie, yep, 100%. 100%, man. Do you guys want to see something kind of cool? I want to there was this pitch I found yesterday. Let me see here. Did I download this? No, I didn't download it. Do you guys want to see a pitch to a comic? One of the last projects I was working on. Show you this shit real quick. This is one of the last things that I was working on. It was another character in the Red Band universe.
Do a great impression of a hot dog.
Oh my god. I hate how it autoplays that. Let's go into the theater. I'm trying to show y'all something. Can I... Let me see here. Maybe I can download this. Thank you for the super chat, too. I'll check that out in just a second here. Whoa. What in God's name? No. Zoom that out. All right, let me try to share this in like a browser feature. Let me see. See if we can get this to work. Oh my Christ. Jesus, dude. That's so fucking stupid. It tries to make... Oh my God. Streamlabs is cool, but it's also kind of fucking not. Man, how can I just want to fucking download this shit. How do I download this? This is fucking so stupid, dude. Like, I'm not understanding. I don't want to share it. I want to download it. Ayo, downloaded. Got it. Now I need to. I don't know if this would let's do display capture. Okay, that's a little weird. But it'll probably work for what we're trying to do. Open that. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Can you guys see that? Can you see this? So this is the first page here, and so we go down here. So that's the first page. If I'll just go through it like slowly so everybody can see it. And I don't remember if we had a color or even work on this at all. But that's the first page, and then it says 12 hours later. And then it has action labs here, but I put that in there because we just pitched when we pitched. I think it was Dark Horse and Action Labs, and I just had relationships with a couple editors there. And I pitched to Action Labs and I pitched to Dark Horse, and I just switched this presentation panel there for each one, just to kind of like make it a little extra cool. But this is the Wrath. Are you still with me? Oh, and then he gets smizashed by this car. And then, like, this dude's, like, not trying to call the cops, trying to get it cleaned up. And then homie gets up, right? And you're like, what? And then he calls someone, and he needs to get this help handled. Anyways, okay, so the basic story was I wanted to do a version of Superman, okay? I want to do a version of Superman in which when he got his powers, he accidentally like killed his family. Like it wasn't all like good, you know what I mean? And so then he chooses to live hiding his powers, and he's literally just like a dishwasher. So he's just a dishwasher at a bar, and he has a handler, somebody that's known about his powers for a long time, but like cleans it up for him. And the whole idea is like, if they ever found out about you, they would come, they would get you, they would force you to do all this stuff. And the whole idea was kind of just like an everyday man that had the power of Superman, but like instead of being a hero, he's just hiding, and he sort of gets dragged in to like a heroic endeavor. And that's pretty much all I could say about it. But yeah, like I imagined like a dude, and that design, actually, that character, I think I'm going to take that character and make him the character for the current pitch that I'm working on. But yeah, I thought that would be cool. Like a postmodern take on Superman where he did actually hide the whole time. He is just hiding his powers the whole time, being a kind of everyday man, but then he sort of gets drawn in. You know what I mean? Like the first panel is him waking up in a place that's obviously been destroyed by an explosion and fire and stuff. And he makes it out, obviously, because he's like immortal. And then it's like 12 hours later, right? So it goes back and tells the story of how that happened, and sort of spins out from there. But oh yeah, man, loved it. Loved it. I'm so excited. I'm excited to be getting back into comics, honestly. Yeah, a little Century feeling to it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He looks a little like Logan. Yeah, sorry if it was a little blurry there. I was trying to figure out a good way to share it. Boom, throws popcorn. All right, folks. Gonna call it. Why no Q&A logo? Ooh. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. My bad. My bad. Thank you guys so much for hanging on out. We'll, of course, have a stream tomorrow. Big day Saturday. So if you can come, that would be awesome. At noon, we're doing the community stream. We're going right into a Patreon stream where we're going to strategize, talk about things. And then Monday, you know, and I would really recommend get over to the Discord, try to be active on there, because starting Monday, we're going to be putting the stream out to Facebook, possibly even putting the stream out on Twitch as well, possibly multicasting and sharing out the YouTube feed via Facebook and trying to get some of you guys to help us share that stuff in a different group. So it's going to be really cool. Thank you so much for hanging on out with us. Look for the Illuminati video coming out later today. Russell, you're completely wrong. I love Superman. That's why I wanted to make this book. But I still love you, brother. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves, man. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon, okay? As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I will see you in the next video. Chet, do something with your life. Roll the outro!